What's up, guys? Jeff Cavaliere, AthleanX.com. Look, I've been training for over 25 years, and I've seen it all, I've heard it all, but I haven't quite seen things that are as disturbing as this. For all the years up to this point, what people focused on was nutrition, workout routines, solid interest in bettering their physiques and getting themselves in shape. There is such a disturbing trend right now where those search terms and even those interests have been replaced by TRT, or interest in TRT, SARMs, peptides, Ozempic. You've got things like diet plan, we all used to think was the way we lost weight, being dramatically eclipsed in interest level by Ozempic, a drug given to type 2 diabetes patients that is being abused by people as a means of losing weight rather than following a diet plan. You've got people who are Googling TRT at a much higher rate. At the same time, you see a steep drop-off in one of the most classic search terms of all time when it comes to workouts, chest workout. Right? Everybody loves International Chest Day. You literally see a decline in chest workout in favor of TRT. We need to talk about this. If you think about these alternative solutions for adding muscle or losing weight, does it ever cross your mind that they may not be safe, either short-term or long-term? And then when you apply the fact that these solutions are increasingly relied upon by younger kids in their 20s, it becomes even that much more disturbing. Like, the effort and the interest in even putting out the effort initially to see how well you do in terms of building your body is gone by the wayside in favor of opting for one of these solutions rather than actually putting in the hard work. And there's actually interesting data around this. So if you look back in terms of TRT usage, there was a pretty heightened spike in interest around the 2005-2006 time. You can see it here. That actually came down and then has seen a resurgence of late, especially as it's become more a solution that people are relying upon, whether they need it or they don't. Do you know that the only age group that didn't see sort of a wavering during that time period is the 18 to 34 age group? They've only seen a steady increase from 2014 till now. Why? Do you really honestly think that many young guys are hypogonadal and in need of testosterone replacement therapy? I mean, be honest. Let's fucking be serious here, honestly. And before you answer that, why is it that there's also this increased willingness for people to simply say, oh yeah, I'm on TRT? You and I both know what that means. That in a small percentage of people who actually need it, it's a valid statement. In a large percentage of young guys who say that, it's a soft launch for I'm on steroids. You know it. It's like it's a test study on how my friends and family react to me telling them that I'm on steroids, but I'm going to kind of ease them in with saying I'm on TRT. Oh, the 200 milligrams of testosterone I'm taking right now, totally prescribed, TRT. I need it. First of all, I don't know many people that need that much testosterone, and even those that are taking lesser dosages probably don't need that much either. It's become an on-ramp or an excuse for people, and I'm sorry if you've taken that road and you feel offended by this. I have to call it out because I don't think that there's an evaluation of the potential risk. Now, I don't want to turn this video into they're dangerous or all of these things are dangerous. A lot of them are frankly untested. Some of them actually show benefits, but they're still untested. They haven't been around that long when you talk about peptides and SARMs, relatively speaking. You don't have a lot of long-term data that talks about its safety to validate your use of them. And people who actually have been relying on these things as crutches for a lack of effort just simply pisses me off because you haven't even tried. You haven't even tried. Or you might be a fitness model and think you need to do this stuff. There's plenty of those out there too. And then they have the gall to make the video about needing TRT because they were hypogonadal. I'm not buying it. Now, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. I shared in a previous video, a friend of mine had a son who was on TRT. And he had a pretty much zeroed out testosterone level. His free testosterones were in the toilet. So, of course, living the rest of his life like that wasn't going to be a solution. But for every one of those guys, there's 100 who never even needed to touch the stuff. And again, you might argue the safety of it. We can all agree that there are some common risks of increased prostate size, potentially. I'm just laying them out there. An increased hematocrit or thickening of the blood that could lead to issues cardiovascularly. There are hair loss risks. There are issues with apnea, sleep apnea. Are you evaluating the potential risk, though? Are you even concerned about the potential risk? And I actually think that this is an area where people aren't. The younger guys these days don't give a shit. If you look at TikTok, you've got clear evidence of that. Whether you're eating Tide Pods or fucking putting beeswax on top of your eyelids so you don't fall asleep and you're causing blindness, or you're doing a blackout challenge. I mean, for what? For views? You clearly aren't evaluating the risks. And when it comes to me, I'm a risk evaluator. I'm a risk assessor. And risk assessment has probably led me to not do things that I would have potentially wanted to do. Like, I'm not going to bullshit you. As a kid, I was a skinny kid. The ideal and the allure of steroids or something to build muscle at a faster rate was high for me. Very high. And I shared before how I did have a fear that my father would kick my ass if he ever found out and throw me out of the house, as a valid reason for me never to touch it. But even beyond that, I was assessing risk even back then. My own personal risk, longevity. A guy who looked at a life ahead of me and said, I don't know if that's a good idea. I never wanted to be on the leading edge of that research. They all may be proven to be safe. SARMs and peptides and TRT and everything else may all be proven safe. I may be the asshole years from now thinking, geez, I wish I took that. You know, some of the same studies that talked about the heart destructive potential for TRT came back and said it's actually heart protective. That could be a cool thing. That could be great. So it could be actually something we all should be taking as men as we get older. But I don't think the research proves that yet. And as I said, I don't want to be on that leading edge of research. And here's the reason why I don't think we need to take those risks. And this is the big crux of the video and what gets me so heated about this. Because there's an alternative that works. You know it, I know it, everyone watching the video knows it. There's an alternative that works if you're willing to put in the time and the consistency. And I'm sorry, but this is where in a world of 10-second TikToks and shorts and shit like that people's attention span has gone, that they can't even focus on a month's worth of workouts or a year's worth of workouts, or God forbid, 5 years worth of training and good nutrition. They can't think about it. They can't fathom the consistency that's needed there. And if it's you, I feel bad because you don't need these alternative solutions. You haven't even tried yet. If you're one of the ones that has been diagnosed as medically needing whatever these solutions are, then by all means, of course, I'm not putting you down. Do it. But when you think about the alternative of consistency and effort, here's another revelation that might blow your mind. I don't care what you do. You don't have to use Athlete X. You'd be smart if you did, but you don't have to. You can do whatever the hell you want. You want to bulk and cut to the cows come home, go ahead and bulk and cut. If it's giving you the results you want, then stick with it. You want to eat keto? Go ahead, follow a keto diet. You want to follow a carnivore diet? Go ahead, follow a carnivore diet. You want to follow a sensible diet? Follow Athlete X. I'm just kidding. What I'm saying here is I don't care what method you use, but there are so many options. You want to do effective reps? Do effective reps. You want to do long workouts? Do long workouts. You want to do push-pull legs, total body, whatever it is you want to do. There are so many things you can try that if you consistently put in the effort, it will work. Don't seek out these alternative solutions as a bypassing method for that. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening. So we're at the point now where the common questions I used to get, Jeff, how do I fix my rotator cuff? Jeff, how do I get abs like that? Jeff, what am I supposed to eat in a day? How much protein do you eat? What do you recommend for a good chest workout? What do you do? No, those have all been replaced by, should I start taking TRT? Seriously, Jeff, I want to know. Should I take SARMs? What do you think about SARMs? Hey, peptides seem to be great. Hey, a friend of mine is losing a whole bunch of weight with Ozempic. You think I should do that too? By the way, on Ozempic, new studies coming out, the weight loss that you're actually seeing is not really helping you very much because you're losing more muscle than fat. So while you might be getting lighter, you're getting fatter. Go tell that to somebody that you know who's probably run to this. And by the way, in the process, made it hard for diabetics to actually get the medicine. Do you see how crazy this is? Focus your effort on what has worked before. Try to drive chest workout back up again in the search terms and maybe leave TRT on a decline. Not for those that need it, but just let's see if we can make that shift. Focus on what needs to be focused on again. I think you'll be a lot happier with it because you'll be a lot prouder of the fact that you've put effort back in and removed a lot of the early excuses that you've been trying to make. Guys, I hope you found the video helpful. If you're looking for the no excuse ways to do what we do, it's always been available at athletex.com, and it certainly is there now. If you're looking for more videos, guys, if you want me to kind of every now and then pull off the earmuffs so you guys get a little bit of the truth, I'm happy to do that too. All right, guys, I'm back here again with another video. I'll see you soon.